we should be back up on the YouTube side as well. Isn't the rule? You get an extra kick. Wouldn't you like that? Alright. I'll be back up on both sides. Pause when necessary. And let's go. Let's keep going. Keep going. We didn't open up any more packs. We didn't unveil any more cards. We were sleeving and top voting the same hits that were on the screen before we shut down. So everything's on the up and up. On the YouTube side, gotta have Fusion Domino's Emergency Pizza. That's a good move. You should probably be doing that anyway. That should have been the first thing you did before everything even started, before you even logged into these festivities. Why it's 6? Not yet, Fig. Not yet. Any live hits? No. No live hits, y'all. But we still early. It's still case 1. Had a couple technical difficulties. We back. What up, Fess? You blame Blah? We all blame Blah. As we should. He's arguably the worst person in the history of life. Yeah, Jody. After this break, we'll run it. Tyler Breeze. AJ Styles on the silver. Typhoon. 15 out of 199. Swatches. Big E. 40 out of 99. British Bulldog silver. Thea Hell. Nice little Mem auto. 64 out of 99 on the Thea Hell auto. Naomi silver. Triple H. Daddy Uso. PJ Brooks on the ring side. Tiffany Stratton on the Sensations. R-Truth. 32 out of 175. How do y'all feel about PJ being the fifth guy? Turbocharged and Bret the Hitman Hart. What are our thoughts on PJ being the 5th member of Team OG Bloodline? And does he give them the dub? Speechless. Yeah, it was a nice little swerve. It's a nice swerve. There's clearly, I think that's the part I like, is the fact that because we know the history there, we know Roman don't really jive with him. You can see it play out in the ring where it's like, yo, I'm here for the homie, not you. So I look out for him, not you. All the different little nuggets with the Heyman dressing like Solo on a comeback type thing. Like, a lot of different ways this thing could play out. The rumored monster, or the monster rumors on whether or not Heyman would even return, or if he would still be behind Roman if he did. And then Bronson Reed being added. I think we have a lot of different ways that this could go. A lot of different ways it can go. They left the door wide open. Roman's going to be mad if Phil takes the pin. Do we think it remains 5-on-5? I have a theory that it ends up being 6-on-4. I have a theory it ends up being 6-on-4. And Heyman, Punk, and Reed are new powerhouse faction. Headed over to Mondays or Fridays if you decide to. Like, just floating through either show if they decide to do so. That's what I think. That's also a possibility, Fest, where Rollins comes in and because of his hatred for both Punk and Reed, mess everything up. Especially since he doesn't have an actual match on the card. Like, you have this card without including Seth Rollins. So that could be his role to play. There's a lot of different ways this can go. And I love the fact that they've done a really good job about leaving everything up in the air. Pause is necessary. But they've done a really good job of just not making everything front door. You get a really big match. You got a good pop moment. I think the I think Solo's bloodline has to be the ones to win, though, in my opinion, for everything that makes sense to still be cohesive. Sherry Martel on the ring side. Sami Zayn, Diesel, 6 out of 99. We getting Punk versus Rollins at Mania. I like that. Dirty Dom Sensations, Carmen Petrovic. First edition of the Gold Gang. We'll uncover that in a second. Tama Tonga. The thing about getting Punk and Rollins at Mania, with Rollins and Bronson Reed's current thing going on, 85 out of 249. And my Heyman, Punk, and Reed theory, Turbocharge of Dirty Dom, and Classy Freddie Blassie, 19 and 175. A lot of ways that thing could play out. A lot of ways that thing could play out, man. They've really, really done a good job of bringing back the, I don't know what the hell is going to happen element to professional wrestling in the Fed right now. They've done an excellent job across the board. Has anybody seen Raw tonight? Because from what my guy Diamond Hands is telling me, that Kofi and Xavier Woods segment was pretty damn fire. So I want the thoughts and opinions of the other folks in here who actually got a chance to see it. I think when you get two friends working together in a storyline, you get some of the best work, just because I'm out to see the other person be just as successful through this as I am, as I plan to be. Anthrax said he saw it. Oh, wow. That's not too shabby. Main event, Jey Uso is now numbered to 10. Turbocharged Gold Gang, 5 out of 10, Jey Uso. Oh, okay. Washington Couch fan said that was the best part of the show. Wow. Okay. All right. We rocking. My guy Diamond Hands is a true fan. He loves the intricacies. He sees these different little things. So I'm always gonna check it out if he said check it out. But we start getting other folks co-signing. It's undeniable at that point. Okay, I gotta see it then. I'm definitely gonna check it out. We're gonna be shipping you guys the stuff out to you tonight. Well, getting ready for shipping. So plenty of time to watch the show, get caught up, see what's happening. Lots of powerful words said back and forth. Okay. See, I thought Cody and Kevin's segment for Friday had that laced in it too. So if Kofi and Xavier can bring that same type of fire, which I think they should be able to. I mean, they've been on the road together. You know, there's a lot that they can pull from to really tell this story the correct way. So I'm excited to see what happens. Joaquin Wild on the ringside. China, Big Typhoon, 173 out of 199. Rhea Ripley, Hulk Hogan. Candice LeRae, 15 out of 49 on the auto. She's getting a little love lately. Alexa Bliss on the silver. Dakota Kai, 19 out of 99 on Dakota Kai auto. PJ Brooks. Alexa Bliss on the Sparks. And a silver Grayson Waller. So I'm gonna turn the hill in the New Day next week for sure. I mean, the timing of it is obviously perfect. You know, I think the game plan prior to Odyssey Jones doing dumb shit was for, in my opinion, Kofi to turn heel with Odyssey as a muscle. Like, tease it being Xavier the entire time and have Kofi do it, I think would have been dope. So if you guys are telling me it can go either, I mean, obviously it looks like Xavier right now, but I haven't seen tonight's segment to know whether or not it still appears that way. If that's even up in the air about who's going to be the heel in the storyline, I'm curious about that as well. I need to see that. So if this showcases like a potential move for the two of them in terms of where they're going to be on the card, because that's the main thing for me. New Day clearly needs to disband. the card placement with the roster being as deep as it is very, very important because we see Big E. If we do, we're going to see him on the PLE panel kind of talking about it. You know, he has to put his emotional part into it as well. It's like, yo, these are my friends. These are my two best friends. I don't need to see this. I don't want to see this. I'm not comfortable talking about this. I don't want it to, like, something along those lines. I don't see him getting involved physically. I don't want him to get outside of maybe just breaking them, like splitting them apart. If Big E takes one bump, just one bump, I'd be okay with that. I don't need to see any kind of extended involvement from him, though. So if he comes in and breaks it up, and maybe they both hit him, or whoever's going to be the heel takes the punch, or Xavier swings on him to keep that going on, then cool. But yeah, too big of a risk, not worth it for just to sell a storyline that's already going to be sold, right? There's no point in him getting in the ring and doing anything. Going in, try to break it up, either take a bump where he gets hit or swung at by one of them. Even if they just leave it as simple as he got swung on, then I'm cool. Or a slight push that doesn't jolt him too much, then I'm fine with that. I don't need to see him hit the mat, fall down, and just possibly risk something that's not necessary. What is necessary, though, is this Gold Gang sensations of the badass Braun Breaker. 2 out of 10. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I like it. 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 Curious to see where that storyline went. I wonder if they tapped into that tonight. I want to see what Kaiser did last week. Honky Tonk Man on the auto. 28 out of 49. Ultimate Warrior Silver. Swatches of Bobby Lashley. Alundra Blaze. Ringside of Lucian Price. Braun Breaker Sensations. Silver and the OTC. 13 out of 249 on Roman Reigns. I saw them unveiling the women's IC belt on Raw. I think we, at some point in time, my guy Diamond Hands pointed out, we'll get that GM versus GM match. But all this saying in a recent interview that he wouldn't mind getting back in the ring one more time. So I think that would be interesting if we get that. Nikki Cross, 58 out of 99 on the auto. Katana Chance on the silver. Carlito. I don't know why that was backwards and upside down, but it was. Asuka, 3rd edition of the Gold Gang. That'll be a ringside. We'll come back to that. Stone Cold Steve Austin silver. Zelina Vega, 62 out of 149. Turbocharged Jade Cargill, Jake the Snake, Roberto's. Tyler Bate on the ringside. Tama Tonga silver. Carmelo Hayes, 65 out of 175. Just him being him. Nice segment with Cody Friday. Obafemi on the end new. And Alundra Blaze on the silver premier die cut. Alright, Asuka. Actually, let's protect some of the merchandise that's out. And then we'll swing back through for that gold. There's Nikki. There's Alina. No, the 1-on-1 Roman has not come out yet. Stay tuned though. Stay tuned. It's en route. It's en route. It's on the way. If it's not in one of these boxes, in that second case. Alright. This is a gold, number to 10, so not the gold vinyl. But definitely gold in. Nice little ringside. Who is this? Oh. Nah, that can't be who I think it is. That can't be who I think it is. Are we going to keep it in the family? We are going to keep it in the family. You ask for Roman. Instead, you get Dwayne The Rock Johnson, gold ringside, 5 out of 10. Yeah, we doing all right. We doing all right. A little final boss on the gold. All right, so let's see. Jay, Braun Breaker, Dwayne. Golds is all right. Them golds is all right. Them golds is all right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. That's I think that's 2 Rock Golds in the past 3 breaks or something like that. He apparently likes it here. He apparently likes it here. We'll welcome him with open arms. And his pit stop from protecting Santa Claus. He came through, dropped off a gold, nice little gold game, ringside for the people. For the people. Let's see what else we can make happen. Right? We're not done, right? Y'all don't want this to be over, I take it. We'd like to continue for sure. And we shall. He does love the West Coast. Talk to him, Fest. Talk to him, Fest. Let him know. Liv Morgan on the Sensation. Scott Steiner. Ringside at Tyreek Igwe. There's The Miz. JBL. 6 out of 175. TNA's finest. There's Braun Strowman on the silver. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat silver. Ringside of Mark Calloway. Excuse me. Thank you. Turbocharger Alexa Bliss. Machine Gun Carl Anderson, 7 out of 75. Ultimate Warrior, Julius Creed, Bret Hart, Dragon Lee, and a Spacer. Carl the Machine Gun Anderson. Need a leader? You must not have her these last few breaks. She been kind of heavy around here. Lita been kind of heavy around here the last few breaks. Need an auto and you feel it coming soon. I like that optimism. We like that optimism. There's a redemption. Naomi on the silver. Tiffany Stratton. Ricky Dragon Steamboat. Chuck Dempsey. Charles Dempsey of House Regal. 162 out of 199. Tyler Bate on the Sensations, followed by Ilya Dragunov, 14 out of 149, of the best, or one of the best workers in the company. El Campeon on the swatches, 81 out of 99, Damian Priest. There's Bautista, Luca Crucifino. What's up with that? Hurricane on the auto. Got a silver, Mr. Perfect. I didn't know Carl had that declaration, nor did I have any proof of said declaration. But Fess, because you are who you are, I will take your word for it. Alright, let's see who our redemption is. Ringside Action Sig. Card 18. Samuel Zayn. Very nice hit there. Our guy Sammy. That'll be a base ringside auto. Shout out to Sammy. Should have a really fun match during War Games. You guys think that'll be the match of the night? With the Bloodlines dueling it out. Bloodline and Punk dueling it out. Or do we think the ladies are still the show? As they seem to have done with a lot of the gimmick matches. OG Bloodline, says Fess. You got them winning it? Phil can make it through the match without getting injured. That's why I think 6-on-4. That's what I'm saying, 6-on-4. 6-on-4 or Rollins interfering. I think the women's war game is still, again, they have more spots. Yeah, they do. I think the men's match will have more heat just because of storyline implications. All the potential, not all the potential, but the two big potential Fatu showdowns with Punk and Roman, and then the one with Jay, that's probably going to happen as well. Like, I think there's a few things in there that can really, that they can really build moments around. Omas on the swatches. R-Truth. But I do think that the ladies have more people capable of pulling off some really nice spots. We spoke about Tiffany and Io with the dueling moonsaults at one point. Doc Hendricks on the ringside. Turbocharged LA Knight. And our zebra belongs to Farouk. Damn! Silver Gunther. Vader. Ron Simmons. Turbocharged Solo Sikoa. Eve Torres. 245 out of 249. Obafemi. Razor. 3 out of 25. Welcome to the tie-dye party, sir. And a silver subpar Kali. Stratton, Sky. Rhea and her powers, her powerhouse moves. Bianca, the same thing. I do like the fact that they did manage to throw a storyline element into it, because that's what my issue was with the ladies match going in, was that it was very, very ragtag, and they just kind of threw something together. But them having Jay getting taken out provides some sort of storyline element. We could see Bayley turn. We could see Bianca turn. You know, we could
see why Jay's out.
No, is it like a legit injury?
She's hurt. She's like hurt. Yeah.
Ah, never mind then.
Thanks.
Never mind then. I saw that. I was hoping that wasn't the case. I was hoping that was just like speculation, like dirt sheet speculation. But if she actually legitimately hurt and they wrote her out of it that way, then all right. Well, I mean, I think depending on how bad the injury is, I don't think you stop. I don't think you take everything off schedule. Like if the turn is supposed to happen at a certain point or happen a certain way, I think you should keep that in place.
I just love this this new thing that the WWE is doing. I feel like, you know, for a long time when Vince was around, there was the whole like, we can't say local facilities anymore. We can't give you like the things like, you know, the
Sorry about that, folks.
Whatever.
Low device. Yeah.
I want to find the tweet that says
Bianca Belair.
that Jade Cargill is out what's
Tommaso Ciampa.
Freaking indefinitely. Because it's very silly.
Ringside of Danny Palmer. I thought it was a work too, Sean. I was hoping it was, but sounds like it's not. China. Bubba Ray headed to the tie-dye party. 1 out of 25. First of its kind on the tie-dye. Rhea Ripley Sensations. Mediocre Khali. Rob Van Dam. 5-star frog splashing out of my hands. Juan Cena. 46 out of 49. Starting the tour. John Cena. Turbocharge of Dirty Dom. And Becky Lynch. 137 out of 199er. I thought it was work too. But I mean, work or no work, I think you still keep the time frame. Or you don't revert too much from the storyline if you don't have to. You know.
It's apparently neck related, by the way.
Neck related?
Never fun.
Oh, great.
A little scary.
Yeah. Alright, never mind then. Never mind. Leave her out for as long as she needs.
Alright, here you go. She's got WWE.com reports to her having, quote, deep lumbar paraspinal muscle contusions, a bruised kidney, a sprained MCL in her right knee, a tibial plateau bone bruise of her right knee, and facial lacerations.
From the car?
She got it. She got everything.
Nice.
Remember back in the old days of the WWE,
Probably
they would show like the entire body,
Charlotte Flair,
all the inches of it.
Yeah.
She got red everything right now.
I mean, from how she was laid out, I guess that makes sense. Charlotte Flair on Redemption.
Woo!
Maybe we get her on the return.
Ooh.
They got to have somebody fill that spot. They kind of have to have somebody fill that spot. I mean, they're getting the tag belts off of Bianca, obviously. They'll probably have to either relinquish them.
Oh, that's right. She has to be stripped of the titles.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
or she could just find a partner and it turns out to be Charlotte.
Or it's going to be like Naomi or something.
Charlotte of the Bank, brother.
Fam, if they bring up Kalani, I'm going to be furious. If they bring up Kalani Jordan for that.
If they do replace her, it'll probably be like Naomi, right?
It'll be Naomi. She's next in line. It'll be Naomi, and then that starts the Bayley storyline.
Yeah. Ooh.
I think that's what happens. They've done a really good job about pivoting. When stuff just doesn't go the way they wanted to or the way they planned for it, they've pivoted like a mug. They've pivoted really, really well.
I think the good thing about this, Triple H era is that it's happened a few times now with a few different stories where injuries get in the way and they do have to pivot, or real life stuff happens and they have to pivot.
Yeah.
And, we've seen how Triple H is doing this bloodline thing.
Yeah.
How he's handled the Cody Rhodes story where it's like he's clearly got 1 year, 2 year, 3 year long plan story fleshed out. He's like, okay, I got you.
Yeah.
And just drop the hat just like it's nothing. It's really impressive.
See, Fez, we on the same page, fam. I've been wanting the power couple. I've been wanting that Montez and Bianca Hill power couple for a while. I have. And if we can sell it that Montez and Angelo jumped Bianca or jumped Jade.
Whoa. They put her through the car?
Yeah. We ain't got to see a visual.
The Street Profits.
The Street Profits, they've been real aggressive lately. They can sell it, and then, Bianca's like, look, man, I was tired of old girl holding me down, so I got my mans to take care of my lightweight for me. Otis, 30 out of 49 on the auto. Stacks Lorenzo. But no, back to the point you were making, man. They pivoted so well. Bray Wyatt, 43 out of 49 on the premiere. Nothing has really stood in the way. Instead of like abandoning the whole stories, which we saw in the past, it's like, all right, well, we'll just take it another direction or find another way to keep everything cohesive and make it fit. Big Boss Man on the ringside. Jey Uso turbocharged. 45 out of 249. I mean, Sean, we don't have to see it. We don't need the visuals. We ain't got to see the visuals. Because I think the Profits need something new. The power couple tag team, or the power couple unit of Bianca and Montez, will be some of the best TV that we could possibly get, I think. And I think that's probably her best, one of the best ways to get her as like a real legit we hate you type heel. Because I think if she was supposed to be just a heel in this interaction with her and Jade, it wouldn't work just one-to-one. Jade's just a much better heel. Like, as just a persona and presentation, she's just a much better heel. And I would like to see this power couple dynamic happen. Again, Angelo and Montez have nothing really going on. They've already talked about they've on camera, like, spoken to it, the commentators, about, you know, those two being willing to kind of break things up or go their separate ways and see what could happen. If that ends up being the case, it's like, yeah, here's my breakout. Here's what I decided to do. I'm not mad at it. All right. What we got? Another ringside coming up. Cody Rhodes, Chief J Strongbow for our guy Darren. 21 out of 99. Bret the Hitman Hart, 6 out of 49. Best there is, best there was, and the best there ever will. Complain about Goldberg. Austin Theory on the Sensations. Die cut of IRS. The Rock on the silver. Ron Simmons. Triple H on the ringside. Liv Morgan. Juan Cena. 3 out of 199. Yeah, modern day Triple H's stuff. Mankind and Scott Steiner. Montez needs a serious side to his character anyway. I mean, we know the physical gifts are there. We know the physical gifts are there for Bianca. You know, Triple H's stuff. A modern day Booker and Sharmell comes to mind as well. They can give Tez that push. And you just have way more backing in terms like the physical part. Even if you want to go modern day Triple H in China. That looks kind of like that too, with Bianca, you know, being able to really throw her weight around if necessary. So, and other people's weight apparently. Best there is, great colleague. Either of those. Buck yourself. We don't talk that way around here. B Dizzle, I thought it was a work, but Diamond Hands with the breaking news saying it's legit. So, or maybe not, dude. Or maybe it is one, brother.
Don't work yourself into a shoot, dude.
Either way, she's off camera for a minute, probably. Which, you know, I think the War Games match, if we keep it a buck, I don't know if she's really ready for all that. It's a lot of exposing that can happen in the War Games match. You'll get some moments, but you got to kind of facade it up a little bit, and you better be good at it. So, you got to make it make sense. I mean, if you look at what they have in there, you could say what Nia might be the only real question mark in terms of workers. And I don't even think she's that much of a question mark. Yeah, well, for Rhea, I'm not surprised that Rhea goes back there and is like, look, fam, I'll throw the Rip Hamilton mask on. I have to be a part of this. I have to. And they very well could just get her in and out. She hasn't had to do any real spots. She very well could just take a big bump and that be it for her. Hulk Hogan on the auto. That's little Terry Bollea dude. Jade Cargill. Gigi Dolan on the Sensations. Mean Gene Okerlund. We got the Silver Premiere. I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to protect Rhea in that way. Zelina Vega, 70 out of 99 on the Sparks. Dusty Rhodes. Randy Orton on the silver. Wesley. I gotta see what's happening at NXT with his heel run right now. Luke Gallows, turbocharged of Kevin Owens. Andrade, 32 out of 49. Ren Sinclair on the ringside. Turbocharged. Cody Rhodes and Seth freaking Rollins, 159 on the 175. Are we fully invested in Liv's title run right now? Are we invested enough in Liv's title run, I should say? Like, she looks like the female Marty Soul. I mean, obviously, Liv holding the belt is only valid due to the Rhea chase. But are they doing enough job of making Liv's title run look like it's a really valid one? To get a solid story in place. I mean, the story's in place with Rhea, but it's, I think adding Raquel helps a little bit because nobody's going to just continue to believe that Liv consistently gets one up on Rhea. I just don't know how much longer they can play this thing out. Like, Rhea getting hurt might have been a blessing in disguise if they planned on giving Liv a long title run. Damian Priest got the Hurricane, 69 on the 199. Love Liv, but think she needs more matches. Cedric Alexander on the auto. There we go. Silver ringside of Fit Finley. Nice little case hit of Finley there. Randy Orton, Chad Gable, 9 out of 99. Eddie Guerrero on the end new, 35 on the 99. Naomi on the silver. Silver Rhea and Diamond Dallas Page. Yeah, see, that's the part I'm saying. Are they really selling her in this role? Yeah, she is a placeholder. I mean, we know that to be the case. How do we feel about a possible swerve, though? With that match being what it is, the War Games match. How do we feel about the possible swerve of Tiffany turning on her teammate, I guess you could say. Well, I mean, she would be her teammate in that occasion. And trying to get the belt. She'd have to be quick about it, right? Like, do we see some sort of mock implosion between the Hill Tag team just because Tiffany's trying to cash in? AEW learned on Saturday that Costco AJ is more over than 90% of their rock.
That dude was crazy. That shit was based.
Who is Costco AJ?
The Costco guys.
Oh, the ones you told me about. Yeah. That's crazy.
That shit was awesome.
That's crazy. Can there be a cash in? Yeah, there can be a cash in anytime. That's the thing. So if Tiffany decides at some point that she wants to keep the briefcase like in the ring, around the area, whatever, and cash it in on either one of the champions, I think that plays a part, or could play a part. Maybe when the cage is lifted or opened up and Liv's still down or whatever, she might try to cash in. The thing is though, Raquel, you have to take out both. You have to take out both. Raquel's not going to stand by and let it happen. obviously, right? Like, there's too many elements. Here, look, man. I had this theory for a while. I still think it's true. I think Tiffany's on punishment. Even though she's got the briefcase, which means she'll eventually be champ. But the way she's ran with this case, looks like she's still on punishment for the Jade Cargill thing. My opinion. Having a match like this and an opportunity for her to possibly cash in is a really good chance for her to take a bunch of just stupid bumps for that punishment's sake. 17 out of 99 on the Akam, because Rhea can stop her from cashing in because she wants Liv and she wants her belt, so she won't let her do it. Raquel can stop her because Liv is her partner, so she's not going to let her do it. 157 and 199 on the Bruno Sammartino, and she can't cash in on Nia because she's getting punked out by Nia the whole time, and now Candice LeRae plays a part in perhaps preventing her from doing that. There's a lot of ways that Tiffany could possibly cash in. There's also a lot of ways where they can kind of screw her over due to this punishment that she's on. Hollywood Hogan on the ringside. Lyra Valkyrie on the Sensations. JBL 102 out of 175. Shawn Michaels. His buddy Sean Waltman. And now we will sleeve him up. You would think so, bro, but I mean, there's so many ways. Tiffy did say if she beat Liv, did Dom come with the belt because she used some dirty in her life. That was just for the people. She just talking like that for the people. But nah, they're not gonna let that happen. More than likely what happens is there's never a tease. The match is just the match, and it has the spots, and the ladies put it on that way. That's more than likely what's going to happen. They'll probably make mention of the fact that she could possibly cash in, but I don't think they're going to do it. I don't think they're going to do it. She does need the belt. I don't know how long she's on probation or whatever they got her on. But hopefully when they do give her the belt, they actually give her an opportunity to do something with it and not like Austin Theory her out. Because she's clearly talented. She was clearly on a fantastic projection until that thing happened. 23 out of 99, turbocharged Undertaker. Silver Carmelo Hayes. Braun Breaker Sensations. Seth Rollins, 197 out of 249. Luca Crucifino. Alexa Bliss, 8 out of 35 on the purple auto. That's fire. Silver, Brian Pillman. Scarlet on the turbocharge. Cowboy Bob Orton, silver premier die cut. There's our ringside. Jacob Fatu. There we go. Very nice ringside. Look for him to have a nice little showcase this weekend. Grayson Waller, 22 out of 75. Tyson DuPont. Turbocharged Jade Cargill and Cora Jade. OTS not looking pretty. Oh, it's not looking pretty. Got you. I was like, who the fuck is OTS? Yeah, the briefcase run is looking... There's clearly something wrong. But we'll see. We'll see. I still have hope. I think they know the type of star they have in her. Because she could definitely fit in the other company as well. And be an absolute monster over there. So... don't mess this up. Over in the Fed. Don't you do it. Yeah, but Chelsea's supposed to be a comedy act, and I think I want to see Chelsea get this belt. I don't know if they're gonna let her do it, but I do like that part. I like that fact. And she's admittedly, her and Bailey are gonna be good. She's admittedly stated that she'd be more suited for the Attitude Era, which she knows for a fact. But that doesn't mean she can't work, and I think that's part of all the appeals that we know she can work. Kit Wilson on the auto, I believe that was on your list too. Lola Weiss on the silver. Aura Mensa, Grayson Waller turbocharged. Dwayne's daddy, 53 out of 149 on the Rocky Johnson. Swatches of Baron Corbin, freshly fired. Bruno Sammartino on the silver. Trick Williams, Jade Cargill. Ringside of Raquel Rodriguez. Dragon Lee, classy Freddie Blassie, 148 out of 175. Silver Solo Sikoa Sensations and R-Truth. I saw that they unveiled the belt. Are they doing a tourney on the Raw side for the IC belt as well? I mean, I guess they'd have to. Who's over there though? Jose. For those of you Strattonites, would you be fine with Tiffany cashing in on a mid-card belt? Would you guys be okay with that? For her establishing the mid-card legacy. Lyra Valkyria, 5 out of 49 on the Sensations. Greg the Hammer Valentine. Turbocharged Nia Jax. Alundra Blaze, 136 out of 199. Diesel, 22 out of 99. Yeah, she's a superstar regardless, but do we think she can cash in on the mid-card belt and everybody be cool with that? Roddy Piper on the silver, followed by Stone Cold Steven Austin, silver ringside.
Nice.
Very nice. Shinsuke, welcome back. Looking good thus far. Kalani Jordan ringside, Psycho Sid, and Luca Crucifino, 55 of 249. One zebra, 2 silver ringsides. None's too shabby. None's too shabby. She could be the first Intercontinental Champion. Hell yes. So that's okay. We don't need her to have the world title on this cash in. Makes for a good wrinkle. I say, yeah, I'd rather see a good run as a mid than a short main run. Okay. All right. Okay. So that option being on the table is cool. Everybody's good with that. We're not going to be upset that she doesn't have the world title. Because that also takes away the storyline with her and Nia. And we're cool with that. Are we over that storyline? Do we not want to see the cash in on Nia? I thought they had a really, really golden opportunity of turning that into a fantastic babyface run for Tiffany. But I don't think that's the direction they want to go in. So if we lose the Nia and Stratton story, who then becomes the person that takes the belt off of Jax? Like, who's next up? If Tiffany takes the IC belt, who's next up to take the belt off Nia Jax? We know who's going to eventually take the belt off of Liv. Yeah, she stole it tonight. It would have. So what I thought should happen, we talked about it before. Anthrax, you talking a little bit. What I thought should have happened is Nia gets to disrespecting Tiffany to the point to where, talking down to her, all the things that she's done thus far, but instead of Tiffany leaning into, I need to search for more approval from her, she goes the other way and is like, yo, I'm tired of this girl talking to me crazy. And that validates the cash in as opposed to, because the cash in, if we keep it a buck, is more of a heel move than it is a babyface move. Montel Vontavious Porter on the auto. Hurricane on the silver premiere. But I mean, it makes it okay if you keep fucking with me, and now I just got to get my revenge on you. Alexa Bliss 88 out of 149. Bianca's not a bad name. They're about to take her tag belt, so I guess they could put her in place, and maybe that's what Jay goes after on the return. John Cena on the silver. Nice little tie-dye ringside. 1/3 of the stud line. 7/25. Zoe Starks. I like her for some mid-card magistry. Zoe needs a belt. She needs a mid-card belt for sure. She needs one of those belts. Zoe's a talent. Katana Chance on the Sparks. Took me a while to get around to it, but Zoe's a talent. Diamond Dallas Page on the silver. But yeah, Anthrax, they got one. Oh, they got one with the Lash. Still a little raw in some spots, but having another powerhouse that aesthetically is different from any other powerhouse you have. They got one. She's not Rhea. She's not Raquel in terms of build. She's not Jade or Bianca in terms of build. And those are the other powerhouses you have, and then you get the Nia Jax and the Piper Nevins. And that's the other aesthetic that you have for your powerhouses. For Lash to land somewhere right in that sweet spot of all of that. Yeah, she's gonna be good. She's come a long way with her work as well. She's going to be good. I think she gets that tag run first on the main roster, and then she goes into her own. Then she gets her Shawn Michaels breakout. Alexa Bliss 28 out of 49 on the Mem auto. Vader on silver. But yeah, Lash is good. Roman Reigns turbocharge. X-Pac on the die cut. Roxanne Perez on the ringside. Alan Jones. Elton Prince 23 out of 175. While you bullshitting, if we can see if Trick Williams can really pull off some good heel work, that might be your Bonnie and Clyde right there on the main roster. Bring them up together. Adam Pearce on the ringside. Stone Cold Silver. Carmen Petrovich, 93 out of 125. How do you get the multi-stream view? We're using OBS, and we're able to broadcast on both sides. Or you say, how do you watch it on both? You just go into our eBay live and watch Triple H on the end new and Alba Fire. But no, I like Lash a lot. I think she's definitely. That's the one thing I will say about the ladies over at NXT. You can't really take too much time off. Well, the ladies on this roster in general, but especially on NXT, you can't afford to miss any time. You'll get skipped up. Trick is a face for a long time. He is, but fast my theory is and remains, and it's been proven over and over again. You have to have that heel run. Oh, the two angles. We have two different cameras set up. We have an above camera set up, and we have the our like regular hand camera. Yeah, OBS. Brinley Reese is gonna be good. Brinley Reese is gonna be very good as well. She's a lot taller than I thought. Like, you don't really notice it until you see her in some other wrestlers. She's got some size on her. But no, what I was saying. Huh?
You mean Brinley Reese? You mean taller Thea Hale?
I mean.
No, have you seen those two together?
No, Brinley Reese is Thea Stratton. She's right in the middle.
No, she to me is just like, you know how in Pokemon, like Charmander evolves into like
5'8",
Charmeleon?
Uh-huh.
But then there's some that like Magnemite turns into Magneton, which is just one Magneton put together into three.
Right.
Thea Hale is Magnemite, and Brinley Reese is Magneton.
Yeah.
She looks just like her.
Brinley to me is a perfect little balance between Thea and Tiffany's characters.
This is Thea Hale on the Juice Brother. This is Thea on the 2 chicken breast, 1 asparagus diet. It doesn't make any sense.
So are we calling Thea Gilbert?
And
Brinley Reese's Goldberg?
Yes. And then somewhere in the middle, someone is Stone Cold Steve Austin. Bald white dude with goatee.
Jasmine Nix.
So, just from like a looks wise, no, Tiffany would be.
Tiffany, yeah.
The smallest one, then it's Tiffany, then Brinley Reese. Brinley Reese is humongous for like no reason.
Yeah, she is.
She's so tall.
She's a tall girl.
She's so tall.
She's a tall girl. Super athletic. Lot of potential there. Lot of potential. Very good athlete. She's and she's picked it up fairly quickly. It looks like.
Yeah.
So I like the potential there. They got a couple of them down there. Again, back to what I was saying. You can't really afford to take any time off. You can't miss too much work rate. No sick days. Can't have no sick days around there. Your spot get filled real quick. That roster is deep. Let's not forget when Nikita was getting her push, the first person they put her in the feud, it was Last Legend. Look at the two of them now. Where they at? You can't miss no days. You'll get laughed around here. They got sold on the TNA tour. They got her working out in AAA ball just to stay active. You'll miss the tour. You will get left behind. You will get left behind around here. We ain't playing with y'all. Alright. Braun Breaker. Obafemi. Kairi Sane on the Premier Silver. Trick and Carmelo will be a story on the main roster eventually. They'll be Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, DIY, third version. They'll be that. Bianca Belair on the ringside. Tama Tonga, Kevin Owens, 8 out of 49. JC Jane on the ringside, Silver Braun Breaker, and Ivy Nile, 52 out of 149. But yeah, going back to what I was saying about Trick, we need to see a heel run of some sort. It's tradition with NXT. It's necessary down to NXT. We have to see you, even if it's not an extended run, I have to see the versatility. I got to see how scalable your character is. Can you pull off a heel run along with pulling off a face run? Trick clearly can pull off the face run. We need the heel run. I think probably the most viable version and the version that would make the most sense on the Trick heel run is if he plays the Carmelo role and Javon Evans plays the Trick Williams role, and that's the build up there. Where if he's the one that takes out the low homie, because I know they're eventually going to turn like Cedric and Javon against each other some kind of way. Javon wins that feud, starts his run, and then maybe we see some of the jealousy come out. I don't know, but Trick has to have a heel run of some sort. He started as a heel, but he's not You got to be the main guy as a heel. So when I say that, like, the heel sidekick thing does not count, right? Like, we saw Braun Breaker through his major face run. Then we saw him turn heel. Didn't have to touch a belt, but we just saw him be a dickhead for a while. And that was enough to say, okay, we can bring him to the main roster. We got versatility here. We saw Carmelo in the same way. Like, you have to be the main guy. If you got the belt, we got to see the baby face and the heel side. We're seeing it with Roxanne Perez. Like, it's a necessity before you get pulled up. The only one that probably won't have that happen with him is like Obafemi, because his character is his character regardless. You don't really need to see range on that. Silver Zelina Vega, there's a tie-dye back there, so I set that to the side. Asuka on the silver. Ultimate Warrior, 95 out of 249. Turbocharged Shawn Michaels. Carlito, 173 out of 175. If they are never meant to be a babyface or a heel, either way, fine. But, well, if they're never meant to be a babyface, so like in the case of like an Ethan Page, we probably don't ever need to see a babyface run if they decide to do main roster stuff. 35 out of 49 on Jada Parker auto. She's got talent as well. They're going to give her a heel run at some point too. Was like Big Daddy Cool before breaking away from HBK. In a way, he was clearly behind though. Like, I see the correlation. That was always the selling, like how it was sold. Because I mean, Shawn was pretty much running some of his old storylines with Carmelo anyway. So that was how it was sold. I don't think it was ever intended to be that fully, like, Trick fully fleshed out isn't that character. But we do need to see, like I said, it don't have to be long. I don't really even expect it to be a convincing run. It's going to be hard to get the crowd to completely turn. That's fine. But I just need to hear how he sounds on the microphone cutting a heel promo. I need to see how he carries body language, facial expressions as a heel. All that stuff matters. That stuff carries a lot of weight. So, because all it does is speaks to the possible versatility on the main roster. Because he can't just go in and expect to be the biggest face on that side. He's going to have to claw some way up. All right, tie-dye select. Johnny Wrestling. That's fire. 5 out of 25. Nice little scratch and sniff with the scribble. Johnny Gargano. Even he, as babyface, as vanilla babyface Gargano is, had to have a heel run. Like, it's a necessary evil when you're down in NXT. We have to see that side, especially if you're playing a very, very high-noted babyface. Diesel was the face. Again, you're going back to what it was. I'm talking about, I don't care about main roster stuff. I'm talking about coming up from NXT. Before we bring you up to the main roster, I have to see both sides to know what we have when you do hit the main roster. Is what I'm saying. Once you're on the main, whatever you establish yourself as, I'm sure is what you're going to be. Unless something else happens. But if you're down at NXT and we trust you enough to carry this portion of the company and be the champion, be the main guy or the main girl, we need to see if when we bring you up, you can carry either side, depending on how the crowd responds to you. If you go up there and they play the music and ain't nobody saying whoop that trick and he ain't got Booker T doing ad-libs, what are we selling here? How do you respond when you don't have that backing? We've seen plenty. You know, Fresh, you've seen it, bro. As long as NXT has been NXT since Seth Rollins was the champion there the first time, that crowd loves whatever you put in front of it for the most part. We saw a Big E get the 5-count joint, go from a heel to a babyface, and not have to say nothing but the word 5 over and over again. Like, they love what you put in front of them. How does that translate to the main roster? Do we know for sure it's going to? Those questions are legit questions. Ringside of Braun Strowman. Sol Ruka Sensations. Sol Ruka. 146 and 149 on the premiere. LA Knight. Turbocharged Scarlett. 25 out of 49. Silver Triple H. Rhea Ripley. Nick Aldis, color match because this suit's ugly. 30 out of 199. Nick Aldis, we'll see what he does if he gets back in the ring at some point. All that being said, I don't know how in the hell they're gonna turn him. He's got to do something egregious for the people to really get behind that turn. It's gonna be difficult. You see, they're not really giving Wesley no real love for that. And he turned his back on the homies, on his besties. They brought the besties over just to have him turn his back on him, and that still didn't quite push him over to the hillside. Not for the fans to accept it. They still look at West a certain way. Can you get one more hurricane? I got you, even though. So it's going to be tough. But again, that's where it comes down to the character and the character work and how that person prevents it. Nikita Lyons is going to have an issue. I think her heel run is going to be ass. No pun intended. Ringside of Tony D'Angelo. Gigi Dolan on the Sensations. AJ Styles. It's 24 out of 75. Well, Braun's character is extremely scalable. I think that's the difference with him. Turbocharged, Nightmare Cody Rhodes, Shawn Michaels. He already kind of planted the seeds for his own babyface turn. Carlito on the ringside. Otto still don't realize why, or still don't know why he said what he said, but he did it. Kevin Owens on the Sparks, 14 out of 49. Got a silver ringside of Roddy Piper. That's a nice hit. Braun's character is scalable. The dog call thing can work as a babyface, obviously. Jimmy Garvin, 43 out of 49. With Braun, all you really have to do is change targets. There's Gunther and Otis, 83 out of 125. And then even promo-wise with Braun, don't got to say much. You say the wrong thing. That pisses me off. If I'm a heel, I'm sparing you. You say the wrong thing that pisses me off as a face, I'm sparing you. Like his character is extremely scalable. It doesn't matter. It's literally he can go from babyface to heel weekly. It'll just be whoever they target him for. So they got lucky with that when they found one where it don't matter. It's not gonna matter, right? There's one thing like a Kevin Owens where the crowd just kind of gravitates to you one way or the other. But Kevin has to change character-wise in order to do that. Braun can just literally week to week pick a target. Just because it won't matter. If I decide to hit you with a spear, I'll decide to hit you with a spear. So his was easy. What's that one? Give me 1 second. A guy like Trek is going to take a little work, same way Melo took a little work. And he's still trying to figure something out with his. So, he's way better as a heel. To the babyface thing just wasn't for him. But, I mean, they gave him a shot with it. But, yeah, Braun they got lucky with. And it'll probably be the same thing with Oba because it's scalable. I don't know how he can present outside of, like, his target just being a heel. There's no way to present him that way. Because that mentality, that delivery is going to have to be the same regardless for the character to work. But yeah. When you get the ones that it just don't matter, you're good. And Braun's one of those. Oba's one of those. It's a powerhouse thing. Strowman is one of those. Like guys like Kevin and Randy, we'll cheer for them just because we love them so much. But we know they're heels. We know they're way better as heels. They're way more digestible as heels. We'll have open arms for them when they're on a babyface run, built back by some kind of moral code. Teaming up with somebody we love, cool. But they're better as heels. The heel turn I'm waiting to see, that we're all waiting to see. Well, I shouldn't say all. I'm waiting to see. Is Cody's. That's going to be crazy. Jakar Jackson on the ringside. There's Bailey. PJ Brooks, 29 out of 249. Jimmy Anvil, Neidhart on the ringside. Bobby Lashley. Naomi, 108 out of 149. Karrion Kross. Bray Wyatt. There's our guy. The aforementioned Trick Williams. 49 out of 49 on the Sensations. Last of its kind. We pulled that 1-on-1, by the way. Silver Lola Vice. So if you're looking for that 1-on-1 Sensations and Trick Williams, it's already gone. 19 out of 125, Michelle McCool. Big E on the auto. And Subpar Kali on the silver. Oh yeah, man.
I want to get something to eat.
Okay.
Oh, the Mexican spot down the street. Oh. Biggest interest, folks.
Oh. You don't say.
I do.
You do say.
You want anything?
Like last night, like a burrito or something?
Yeah, burrito.
I'll do a burrito, if that's cool with you, sir.
Still want that steak and shrimp one?
Yeah.
It was good?
It was delicious.
Nice. No beans, right?
No beans.
And no sour cream.
Nope. Look at you. Look at you being a true friend.
Broken clocks and all that, you know?
Oh, no. You're just good. You're just good. Hi, bro. Who's actually following NXT out of the people here? Actually watching NXT, paying attention to what's happening over there. I want an opinion on something. Carmelo Hayes, Sensations, Nikolai Volkov. Who asked for Pete Dunne? Who asked for Pete Dunne? 41 out of 49. Peter Dunne. Nice little auto of my guy Pete. There's a silver Vader. Bray Wyatt. Hey, if this person don't fit tie-dye, I don't know who do. 15 out of 25. Rob Van Dam. That's fire. That's fire. The women's division over there. Who needs to be the person that takes that battle for Roxanne? 33 out of 49. Carmelo Hayes on the swatches. Silver Diamond Dallas Page. Lita. Diesel. Kurt Angle on the silver. And Charlie Dempsey. You have an idea of the stories? So Roxanne's obviously moving up to the main. I suggest, especially if they're gonna really push that tag division, take Cora with her. Let that be a nice little tag team up on the main roster. I think that'll probably work out well for the introduction to Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade. I mean, obviously, you can revise it, reprise your Michael's Jannetty portion, you can have Cora turn on, or Michael's Diesel storyline, you can have Cora turn on or whatnot. But I think they should go as a tag team. So clearly, they're taking the belt off Roxanne at some point. They just added 3 to 4 impactful ladies to the roster. They're still pushing Jada. They're still pushing Lola. They're still pushing Kehlani. They're trying to mix Nikita back in. We spoke about Lash. Who should be the next flag bearer for the ladies division down there? I know when I asked this before, everybody leaned into Stephanie Bakur. I look at Stephanie the same way I look at like Osprey and AEW. We know eventually she's going to be the person. She's too good to not have her win the belt at some point. But you don't want to just throw that on her right now because it might be too soon. Julia or Stephanie is next. Is there any... Do we give any window to... Why can I never remember her name? The Australian little powerhouse lady. Damn, I can't ever remember her name. Do we put any credence into her possibly getting it? Zara, that's it. Is there any credence into her possibly getting a belt? Azaria. I'm wondering if, she got the pin over Roxanne in that big tag match. So there's that part. Obviously, you teased a little bit with that. I'm wondering if they should go that route. We get our dominant powerhouse champion. Returning Mandy Rose. You gotta relax. You gotta relax. And I only say that. I only pick Zarya as the possible person to win that belt. I'll explain why. You'd rather see Jada win it over. Yeah, but you bring these international talents in for a reason. They're higher up on the card for a reason. I think that's why they got dropped in the main event picture. So we know Jada's not getting it just yet. I think there's still some work to be done, but I think Jada is going to be really, really, really good when she finally fleshes out. Ringside is Shawn Michaels and new Ultimate Warrior. Eric Bischoff. What in the fuck? 2 out of 25. Tie-dye ringside of Eric Bischoff. That's fucking hilarious. The reason why I say possibly give the belt to Zarya for the time being, and I know that, this shouldn't matter as much as it does, but it does. Your champ has to be able to talk. Your champ has to be able to say something, unless her character is completely overpowering. 162 and 199. Hey, Sean, yes. Change that damn finisher, fam. No pun intended, but that finisher is ass. She got to come up with a better finisher. She's twice the size of most of the girls in that fucking roster. It's maybe a handful of girls that can match her for size. She can break out a power move of some sort. I like Ren the most. She can hoop and talk. I gotta see Ren Sinclair. I keep hearing about her. I gotta watch to see like what the build up is with her. I think exactly, Bobby. There's also Soul. So here's the thing: your Julias and your Stephanies are going to have longer runs, right? You give it to Zarya. She's a powerhouse. There's not much that needs to be said in terms of promo, in terms of cutting promo. But even so, I think the language barrier with her isn't as extensive as Julia. You hear Julia on the microphone, it's like, fam, for you to be as charismatic as you are, for you to have the aesthetics checked off and all that, if you can't get a full sentence out on a promo, fam, we can't really rock with you, bro. Like, that is just... That's just the way the Fed has been, the way it continues to be. Yeah! Nice little ringside of LA Knight. Molly Holly, 49 out of 125. And I'm not saying that's got to always be the case, because I don't expect her to go out there and cut a Rock-type promo or, be CM Punk a month from now. That's not what we need. But there has to be something you can convey. I think if we build up Zarya enough with that and make her like this monster that has to be taken down, and then boom, you can build up the build for Stephanie where we don't care about Mike's skills, we don't care about it for Julia the same way. Plus, those two need to have their feud, and I think that should take over and be a big part of building us desiring this title run that we know is already going to happen anyway. It's like they can race to the top. Rizzo should definitely not get it. But that's hilarious. Hey, you want another Hurricane? There you go. We got your base. We'll get you the tie-dye now. I think you're good for tonight. 17 out of 25 on a Hurricane tie-dye auto. Card gods are doing what the card gods do. Dakota Kai, your cardinal must be high. They're looking out for you. Bray Wyatt and Jimmy Hart, 45 out of 249. How would I feel about JC Jane run? Considering the faction she has backing her, I'd love it. That definitely lines up with the we're the veterans of the locker room thing. So if we're going to have the belt come off of Roxanne, and go to Julia or Stephanie, then JC needs to have an upset win over one of those two. And let that be the feud. Because that's how you kind of get their mic skills where it needs to be. Signature Gold Gang. Card 20. Seth freaking Rollins. Gold's been fired tonight. The Golds have been fired tonight. But JC has on a heel run with like another champion backing her, and then the young gunner coming up with Jasmine Nix backing her. I like it. I think it'd be good. They'd have to change some of the delivery of JC, like how we digest JC, because they've really had them get run through a few times, like dominated heavily a few times. So they got to change that part in terms of the presentation. They have to get Kamani smooth the fuck up out of here. They gotta take her out to like really reestablish that they are the threat that they claim to be. But outside of that, I'm cool with it. I think she'd be ideal for a heel run, a heel title run. Same as like what we saw Ethan Page, or what we've seen with Ethan Page. He's been extremely impressive as a heel champion when he was the champion. He's just been impressive in general. So I think JC could be on that level. Gigi returning too. I'm not giving Gigi no go until she can stay healthy for about 5 years straight. I ain't giving Gigi nothing. She can't wear no gold around here. She can't stay healthy. That's too risque. But JC with a Hill faction title run, and yeah. Eric, yeah, we're gonna rip it after this one, bro. We got the case in, and we're gonna do it after this. So just stand by, sir. Mr. Stone on the auto, 22 out of 25. Mr. Stone tie-dye auto. Silver Tyson DuPont. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat on the silver. Oro Mensa, 15 out of 49. Ridge Holland on the Sparks. Damian Priest silver. Liv Morgan, Rikishi. Ringside of John Cena. Turbocharged Miz. Lex Luger, 133 out of 199. Silver Bret Hart, and Razor Ramon. But yeah, Azaria run, because that's one you can present as a heel or a face. A JC Jane heel faction title run is also acceptable. But I don't want the belt on Julia or Stephanie right now. Especially not Julia. Stephanie I might be okay with, but again, I think she's on an Osprey type run where we know she's eventually going to get it. She's clearly the best one, but unless they plan on taking her to the main roster before the year's over, she doesn't need to add a belt right now. Julia is still kind of behind. One, I think on the Fed style, because some of her matches have been kind of. And then the other part is with the getting her character over in terms of what she says on the microphone. What about a main roster transitional champ? What, coming down and winning the belt? 99 out of 99. Eddie Guerrero, last of his kind. Turbocharged Psycho Sid. Bret the Hitman Hart, 95 out of 99. I wouldn't be mad at it if we didn't have two mid-card belts to go with. We got a gold gang. Ringside Auto. The King of Mystery. Mr. 619 himself, Rey Mysterio. 7 out of 10. It would have to be like a Chelsea or something. Indy would have been good in that spot for sure. Candice LeRae has a speed championship, and they've really marketed that on the main. At Chelsea makes sense, I think. Danny Palmer on the ringside, Alexa Bliss, Adriana Rizzo, 108 to 249. Maybe this lady here. Maybe she could bring her faction down there, and they can kind of run roughshod for a little bit. Sonya Deville and the stud line. You can obviously Shayna Baszler's history down there as a champ. But if we're talking about to pull it off of the heel champ, I don't know if they have anybody on the main that would work with. If they could somehow get some of Caden Carter's work with Damian Priest, like conveyed on TV, and we can see the humorous side there. You can do that with Lyra. She's a good one. She'd be a good one. Good call, Fig. But they're giving her like big promos on the main roster too about the push she had and the run she had, and she's ready to take off and do this, that, and the third. It's either going to be somebody egregiously over with like how they did with Becky. Who did Becky take it from? Stratton. She beat Tiffy. It's either got to be somebody that's completely over. Yeah, it's Tiffany. If you want to bring Bailey down for it, you can. Maybe Naomi. But I don't really want to see that, but if we're talking just a main roster transitional champ, Kairi Sane, because she's not doing nothing. Asuka in the return. Who else doesn't have anything going on in the main roster with the ladies? Zelina Vega. I mean, I guess they'd have a few options. Roxanne Perez, Sonya Deville. Ah, there's one. Dakota Kai. Could bring her down. Get her a belt. AJ Styles, Rhea Ripley, Theodore Long. Fallon Henley. 80 out of 99. Riley Osborne. I mean, they hadn't done anything with Blair Davenport on the main roster. I mean, she just had the three-way match. Maybe B-Fab gets another showcase. I don't know. 42 out of 125 on Eddie Thorpe. I think we'd have to wait till after this these mid-card tourneys play out to see who's remaining. If somebody was a standout or somebody might need to go out on there and just kind of help out. 75 out of 99. Dirty Dom on the swatches and a silver Tiffany Stratton. And the other part with that's like difficult is the fact that that roster on there is just deep. So it's gonna look a way to have somebody come down for that and then just to be transitional. Maxine's actually not a bad one, Bobby. That's not a bad call. That's not a bad call. But again, we'll see how the tourney pans out, and we can go from there. I'm not mad at Maxine, though. I don't want somebody taking a belt off of Roxanne that can't work. That's the only problem. Because we can't build Roxanne up as this incredible ace of a champion. What she's been really, really good. Had some really good matches. And then have her lose to somebody that's not quite there skill-wise. It's going to look away. So the Shaynas, the Asukas, Zoe, if you want to go that route. This lady here, 47 out of 49 on the Bailey. Yeah, but none of these, it probably can't really be an upstart. Maxine coming down is probably cool, 56 out of 75. It'll have to be some sort of fluke dub. Solo Sokoa on the auto. DDP. But if you're building Roxanne to be this great champ, then you probably don't want her losing to somebody that has no business beating her. Earthquake! Shout out to Tyler. Turbocharge of Roman Reigns. Typhoon, 106 out of 199. Mi Chin. Bailey on the ringside. Hogan on the turbocharge. And Brian Pillman, 121 and 149. They've been trying to get Mi Chin over for decades, so maybe bring her down. But again, I don't need Roxanne losing to people that aren't technically better than she is. Bailey makes sense. Lyra makes sense. Shayna makes sense, but she's a heel. Naomi can make sense on the vet aspect of it. I mean, she has beaten the champ a couple times, so they can use that as a selling point. But Zarya taking her out and starting her run and just being a powerhouse champion until everybody else catches up. I like it. But they might do the I don't know when it is when they do the little Iron Man style match that they have. Just a couple weeks, or is it this week, or is that tomorrow? When are they doing that? Iron Survivor. That's one way to take the belt off of her if that's the route they want to go. I was never pinned. Michelle McCool, Cody Rhodes, Carl Anderson, Randy Orton on the Anu, 97 out of 99. Katana Chance on the silver. There's Gunther. Bam Bam Bigelow, 133 out of 175. Does Gunther lose his belt this weekend? Say her name and she appears. We believe in Lash Legend. 48 out of 49 on the auto. She's going to be a star. Rhea Ripley. Stacks Lorenzo, 165 out of 249. Turbocharged LA Knight and Elton Prince. Does Priest beat Gunther? Does Shinsuke eventually beat LA Knight? Like Lash and Jakara? Yeah. Jakara's still playing a little bit of catch up, but she's okay. She's okay. She's coming around. She's getting better. They make a really good, they have good symmetry as a tag team. So I like that part. Like that dynamic seems to work. Obviously, we know who the Shawn Michaels is of that team. And eventually, you know, we'll see that. But they pair up very well. If they decide to push this tag team division for real, those two should have a run with the belts. And considering that Bianca's probably going to drop some bad boys for Jade being out, they bring them young ladies up from NXT and put them on the main roster. And we get the Lash Legend showcase. Hey, I ain't mad at it. Jimmy Garvin. Lash Legend again. 17 out of 99. Not to be stopped. Lash Legend on the swatches. Tiffy time. 12 out of 99. Tiffany Stratton on the auto. Ringside version. Alexa Bliss. Damian Priest. Ava. Johnny Wrestling on the ringside. JG Dolan Sensation. Chief J Strongbow. 15 out of 149. Randy Orton. Typhoon on the silver. Ringside of Pete Dunne. Sensations of Sol Ruka. And Becky Lynch. 69 out of 75. I would like to get a color wheel tonight. I would like a color wheel. I would like a gold vinyl. And I would like to keep my streak of true greens. But we have had a good break thus far. Good break, good combo. It's been a good time. Appreciate you guys. That'd be your Rollins Gold. All right, Scott. Well, congratulations, sir. Card God's doing what the card God's doing tonight. Blessings on blessings on blessings. Down to our final 5. And then we'll have a no-count recap. We're going to get the hell out of the way for some makeup breaks. Topps Chrome update. Oh, it's happening, baby. Yes, sir. Solo Sikoa. Tiffany Stratton on the silver premier die cut. Javon Evans. There you go. He was requested earlier. That boy Bouncy on the ringside. Triple H silver. Miss Elizabeth. 30 out of 199. Dirty Dom on the turbocharged. Dom Morocco. There's Sami Zayn. Gunther. Dirty Dom. Cactus Jack. Eddie Thorpe. Alexa Bliss on the Sparks. And a silver Howard Finkel. R.I.P. Oh, we got our green to 5. The streak lives on. Let's see what that is, though. We'll see what that is. Now we just need that 1-1. Got to keep the streak going with the 1-1s. We got our green to 5, though. Xavier Woods. Honky Tonk Man on the ringside. Hopefully it's not some bullshit when we get to that green. Harley Race. 37 out of 249. China on the end. New. Nikolai Volkov. We have a redemption as well. Save that. Jasmine Nix on a silver. Sensations of Rhea Ripley will hide our green ringside. Turbocharged Psycho Sid. Kane, nice color match there. 78 out of 175. Got a request live now. Wendy Richer. 81 out of 99 on the auto. And main event Jey Uso is now in a silver parallel. Silver Premier parallel. You're thinking Ilya. That'd be a good one. I like Ilya. Get well soon, by the way. I want Ilya to come back. If he comes back and just H-bombs the hell out of whoever his target is, that'd be fantastic. Do we want babyface Ilya or do we want heel Ilya? Upon his return. I mean, he probably goes after Braun Breaker, right? Is that the next next chapter for Braun? It's just being targeted by a bunch of people. I mean, Kaiser took him out this past week. Well, the week before. I didn't see Monday yet. Sheamus is going after him. Obviously, Jay's put that to the back burner. Dragunov was the one he took out. So, a lot of different targets on Braun. That could be the next move. Remember, we still have not seen him have a successful title defense yet. So, I think that plays into the storyline some kind of way. Naomi on the redemption. Ringside auto of Naomi. Alright, let's see what our green is going to be. Green to 5. 3 out of 5 is what it is. Let's see what it is. Ringside Premier. Or ringside green. It's a ball cap of some sort. So it's not Ilya because you don't wear hats like that. It's not Austin. Who else wears a ball cap? Jesus Christ. Eric Bischoff. Have yourself a break. We got a tie-dye Bischoff to 25. And now we got a green Bischoff. 3 out of 5. The Eric Bischoff spot eaten. What are we doing right now? Why is the Eric Bischoff spot eaten? 2 ring sides. My man said Lashley. That's crazy. That's wild. Yo, I love pulling the greens, but I never, like, it's always a 50-50 shot that it's going to be somebody you actually want to see. I pulled Honky Tonk Man, Brutus Barber BK, Eric Bischoff. Like, get these. Nobody want to see none of these people, fam. But anywho, shout out to the Bischoff spot. Congratulations to you. Now let's get this gold vinyl. Make things better. Candice LeRae on the Sparks. Adriana Rizzo. Seth Rollins. Anybody believe that feud is going to be entertaining at all with Rizzo and Nikita Lyons? Like, does that... Charlotte Flair. Nia Jax turbocharged. Howard Finkel. 67 out of 75. Also, do we need Nikita to get back into fighting shape? And new Eddie Guerrero, 2 out of 25 on the tie-dye and new. And Ilya Dragunov on the silver. They gotta tighten up that ring attire, my guy. They gotta put something else on. Put something else on there. It's you like them both, so you're interested. I need the ring attire to be adjusted. That's all. That's all. It's not. It ain't doing much for you. It's goofy looking. Legit. Like, if you're gonna run with the lioness thing, the mink coat part I like. I think that's fire. Get your swerve on, your swerve stricken mink coat on. But the actual outfit to replay. Cora Jade. 31 out of 99. PJ Brooks on a ringside auto. It's a nice hit. And Halo Dawkins. Solo Sikoa Sensations. Thea Hell, Luca Crucifino. Ringside of Miles Bourne. Grayson Waller on a turbocharge. PJ Brooks, 53 out of 125. So far as the CM Punk box. Shinsuke. Bret Hart. B-Fab on the auto. Nice B-Fab auto. She had a pretty interesting match in that triple threat. Some spots good. Saw some potential.
A lot of praise backstage from a lot of different people.
She was better than expected, I think. She had some moments. 109 out of 199. Stone Cold Steve Austin. I mean, you can still see there's work to be done, but she's way farther along than what we expected. Juan Cena. 9 out of 149 on the John Cena premiere. Yeah, Gabriel. Break 1678 will occur after this one. We got the case in. It's hot off the presses. It's ready to go. So once we wrap up our wrestling, we'll get over to Topps Chrome update. Over to the Diamond. So the baseball heads before we have something to be thankful for. OBS, goddamn you! Give me 1 second. Let me get our eBay back online. Just need our eBay connection to stay strong. They're doing their best. Alright. What the? Huh? Give me 1 second, folks. I don't know why that's happening. There we go. Alright, give me 1 second to get our eBay back online. So our fine folks over there can watch the remainder of the break. I the YouTube side, we should be good to go. Give me a thumbs up in the chat. Holla if you hear me. Where my people's at? All right, on the eBay side, can I get a thumbs up if you can see and hear me? Same thing on the YouTube side. Give me a A-OK. All right, Jose says we're good. Mile High says we're good. Anthrax says we're good. All right, let's keep moving. Sorry about that, folks. We got 3 boxes left, though. We're going to sleep and talk about these here. You guys didn't miss anything. We didn't open anything. We didn't pull anything new. Everything is as it was when things dropped out. And we're going to continue on, get to our last 3 boxes, so we can get out of the way for our baseball, folks. Topps Chrome update case did come in, so it will commence. See what I did there? 3 more boxes with select, no cap recap. And then Topps Chrome update, break 1678 for your head top. With the only hands that can, the diamond hands. Big Bronson Reed, 53 out of 99 on a Bronson Reed auto. The man that I think is going to be Heyman's new project. Lola Vice on the Sensations. PJ Brooks, 4 out of 149. Ludwig Geyser on the Sparks. Alexa Bliss, silver. Ringside, Elvira Valkyria. Orton, the Gerald Briscoe, 249 out of 249, last of his kind. Turbocharged, Kevin Owens, Sonya Deville, Liv Morgan on the end new Ultimate Warrior, and Jasmine Nix, another one of those bright young talents down in NXT. Machine Gun Carl Anderson. Silver Core Jade Oro Mensa, 132 out of 199. Bianca Belair, the BBL herself, 31 out of 99. Nice Mem auto. 1/2 of the tag champs. Get ready to drop them belts, baby. Eddie Thorpe on the die cut. Eric Bischoff on the base ringside. So we'll send you this one. We'll keep the other 2. Drew McIntyre, silver. Austin Theory, 116 out of 175. Waiting on McIntyre to come back. Interesting to see where he falls in line story-wise and he returns. Turbocharged Charlotte Flair and the Boogeyman. What should be McIntyre's target? Or who should be McIntyre's target upon his return? Punk is back. I don't think Drew has let that go, which kind of derails some of my Punk, Heyman, Reed situation. But if we can find a new target for Drew upon his return, that would be ideal. Who should that be? What say the people? Who should Drew McIntyre's new target be when he comes back? Or do we want to see more Drew and Punk? I mean, I guess both can be true, right? Or Heyman can just put Bronson as his monster regardless. If Punk doesn't have to be a part of it in any shape, form, or fashion. He shows up for this match, does his job looking out for the homies. I'm good there, whatever Paul decides to do. Alongside Bronson Reed is on him. I don't like none of y'all anyway. Cena? As what, the Netflix debut? Cena and Drew. Coming in hot to start the year for John Cena. I wouldn't be mad at that. I don't need Drew losing upon his return though. And I don't know if Cena, I think we'll get Super Cena somewhere along this retirement tour. Jason Jordan on the auto. CM Punk. Gigi Dolan, 8 out of 49. Kevin Owens, silver. Rhea Ripley. Brother in love. 75 out of 149. Not Dragunov. Ivar on the swatches. Oh no, I did that. Diesel. Ringside of Luke Gallows. Sol Ruka on the silver. And Triple H, 92 out of 125. Drew McIntyre versus the System. Just out here to wreak havoc. Nobody in particular. What do you guys want to see out of Cena's last run? Should he get 17? Should he just spend the entire time putting people over? Do we need to see Cena win again, or just win more often? 75 to 75 Harley Race, last of his kind. Booker T, 47 out of 99. Oh yeah, man, nice little auto. Grayson Waller. Damian Priest, Alexa Bliss, silver premier die cut. Ringside of Scarlett. Sensations of Gigi Dolan on the silver. Piper Nevin, 147 out of 175 for our moderator Blah. Love him some Piper Nevin. Supposedly. Turbocharged Cody Rhodes and Rhea Ripley. Alright, one more box of that good. Ludwig Kaiser. 8 out of 49 on the auto. Silver Shawn Michaels. Braun Strowman. 3 out of 99 on the Braun Strowman. Alexa Bliss Silver. Thea Hell. 122 out of 175. Turbocharged Jey Uso. Mr. Allen Jones. 148 out of 249. Julius Creed on the Sparks. 67 out of 99. British Bulldog on the silver. Silver Dwayne. Bret Hart. Becky Lynch on the ringside. And a tie-dye ringside of Tank Ledger. 23 out of 25. Well, a decent amount of Tank Ledger ringside of note. They decided to give those two a serious run. We'll see how that turns out. So this is zebra from the first case. No zebra in this case, unless it appears in this stack of cards here. Let's find out. Sonya Deville, silver Bailey, silver Bobby the Brain Heenan, ringside of Javier Bernal, Cody Rhodes, Uncle Howdy. 75 out of 99 on the premiere. Nice and clutch towards the end. I know that was requested. Austin Theory, Howard Finkel, Mankind on the silver. A spacer. That sucks. Jasmine Nix. Well. Silver Undertaker. And numbered 77 of 99. No bread. No water, just me. Obafemi. Ringside auto. Usually these pop up at redemptions on the base. So I get a nice numbered ringside auto of Oba is spectacular. It's a fire hit. Nice show closer. He's going to be a monster. Look for the Obafemi coming out party, a breakout party at the Royal Rumble, where he will toss many a wrestler over the ropes in a creative way and just have a powerhouse segment where Oba does Oba stuff. Probably shot put a couple people, definitely pop up powerbombing somebody over the top onto a crowd of folks that he just like, he'll have 5 people he just eliminated, and then he'll pop up powerbomb the 6th person on top of the other 5. It's going to be a good time. Speaking of good time, just recap. Good time. To 249. Following. AJ Styles, Joe Briscoe, Harley Race, Stax Lorenzo, Adriana Rizzo, Jimmy Hart, CM Punk, Ultimate Warrior, Crucifino, Seth Rollins, Dude Love, Eve Torres, Roman Reigns, Angelo Dawkins, Piper Nevin, R-Truth, Carmelo Hayes to 199. Oro Mensah, Steve Austin, Miss Elizabeth, Typhoon, Lex Luger, Mankind, Nick Aldis, Alundra Blaze, Bruno Sammartino, Hurricane, John Cena, Becky Lynch, Charles Dempsey, Typhoon, and Norman Big Wiggle Smiley to 175. Thea Hell, Piper Nevin, Austin Theory, Kane, Bam Bam, Carlito, Elton Prince, Freddie Blassie, Bradshaw, Seth Rollins, Bradshaw, Carmelo Hayes, Freddie Blassie, and R-Truth to 149. Brother Love, CM Punk, John Cena, Chief J Strongbow, Brian Pillman, Naomi, Sol Ruka, Ivy Nile, Alexa Bliss, Rocky Johnson, Ilya Dragunov, Selena Vega, and The Rock, the original Rock, Don Morocco. Alright, numbered hits to 99. Yeah. Hits to 99. Nice variety here. Uncle Howdy, Obafemi on the ringside auto, Julius Creed on the Sparks, Braun Strowman, Booker T auto, Bianca Belair, Mim auto, Bronson Reed auto, ringside of CM Punk, auto of Randy Richard, swatches of Lash Legend, ringside of Tiffany Stratton, Randy Orton, swatches of Dom Mysterio, Fallon Henley on the auto, Bret Hart, Eddie Guerrero, Diesel auto, Undertaker on the turbocharge, Akam auto ringside, Chad Gable, Eddie Guerrero, Zelina Vega on the Sparks, Chief J Strongbow, Damian Priest, swatches, Dakota Kai auto, Diesel, Thea Hell on the Mem auto, Biggie on the swatches, Fallon Henley on the auto, Ultimate Warrior, and Bret the Hitman Hart. Number 275, Harley Race, Howard Finkel, Becky Lynch, Eddie Thorpe, AJ Styles, Grayson Waller, Carl Anderson, and Tommaso Ciampa. Skipped one to 125. Triple H, CM Punk, Eddie Thorpe, Molly Holly, Michelle McCool, Otis, Carmen Petrovich, and Jasmine Nix. Alright, our autos are as follows. These are non-numbered. Jason Jordan, B-Fab, Redemption ringside of Naomi, Solo Sikoa, Big E, ringside of Carlito, MVP, Kit Wilson, Cedric Alexander, Hulk Hogan, Redemption of Charlotte Flair, ringside Redemption of Sami Zayn, The Hurricane, Nikki Cross, and Dirty Dom on the Redemption. No case hit in the two cases. We had a zebra in the first case, and we had 3 silver ring sides between the two of them. So didn't get 2 per, but still decent on the case hits. All right, these are number 249. Nice variety here. Ludwig Kaiser on the auto, Gigi Dolan, Lash Legend auto, Bailey, Oro Mensa, swatches of Carmelo Hayes, Pete Dunne auto, Sensations of Trick Williams, Sparks Kevin Owens, Jimmy Garvin auto, Scarlett Jada Parker auto, Kevin Owens, Mim auto, Alexa Bliss, Lyra Valkyria, Andrade, Bret Hart auto, Bray Wyatt, Otis auto, John Cena, Honky Tonk Man auto, Candice LeRae auto, Alexa Bliss, Mim auto of Io Sky, and Wade Barrett with the bad news. Number 235, Alexa Bliss on the auto. Our tie-dye party consisted of Tank Ledger on the ringside, Eddie Guerrero, Mr. Stone auto, Hurricane auto, Eric Bischoff on the ringside, RVD, Mim auto of Johnny Gargano, ringside of Zoe Stark, Bubba Ray, auto of Razor, auto of IRS, and Tama Tonga on the tie-dye premiere. Speaking of the case hits, silver ringside of Roddy Piper, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Fit Finley. Our zebra, Farouk. And for our short number cards, we'll just go this first. Nobody cares. Eric Bischoff, 3 of 5 on Eric Bischoff's spot. Bischoff had a pretty good break on the ringside there. And our gold gang, Rey Mysterio, ringside gold. Redemption of Seth Rollins. Dwayne Johnson on the gold ringside. Sensations of Braun Breaker, and a gold turbocharged main event, Jay Uso. All right. that's the break plus the recap. We have some Topps Chrome update coming up next. Make up for what's supposed to be a scheduled break earlier today. We got the materials in. We're going to go ahead and break that case right after this. So once we shut this down, we'll start a brand new stream up and we'll get that over to you guys expeditiously. Thank you guys for joining us. We appreciate your patience if you were here for the baseball break from earlier today. And good combo tonight, guys. See you next time around. Peace out.